Showboat again. Check with Bill. Check with Bill.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live at the Atlantic City Boxing Hall of Fame. Legendary boxing champ, Craig.
Steve dropped Tyson Fury. I'm going to get to follow the story from him.
You guys can see this is the background of the Atlantic City Boxing Hall of Fame.
Dropped Tyson Fury.
2014.
2014.
2014. No, 2013 at the Garden. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm a boxer, bro.
He's over here selling his art today, man. We're doing some stuff.
Craig is out at the Atlantic City Boxing Hall of Fame.
Two-time cruiserweight world champion.
For U.S. military veterans.
I'm going to find him, man. But hold on, let's see what I got. We'll check out. I ran Barkley, too. Hold up. Well, let's talk to Ray. Ray, let me see that ring. Which one you got? Great to see you, man. Here's the music. It's right. It's gone. I'm a good champ, yeah. High fighters heaven right here. Muhammad Ali. We're gonna go over to the camp. Everybody. Yeah, we're coming to the camp. Go over here. Oh, Boxing Icons is in the house. Boxing Icons. You got it. Just don't stop. Here we go. Can't really go. Okay. I ran Barkley, Junior Jones.
We got Craig at the Atlantic City Boxing Hall of Fame, guys. Anybody watching?
Right here, Fighters Heaven.
Look at all the legendary boxers right now.
I promise. Yeah. Junior Jones, 118, 122, 126 world champion.
Junior Jones.
Barkley didn't beat nobody. He knocked out Tommy Hearns or something.
All the legendary champs. What's up, champs?
Yeah, great day.
What?
5-star stuff. Yeah,
U.S. military veteran.
I can't really hear you, man, but I'm talking away. So look at here. Look at this. This is all Atlantic City fights here. Look at that. You got Miguel Cotto, Gomez, Tyson, Spinks, Mike Rossman.
Michael Spinks.
Let's go. Pernell Whitaker, Felix Trinidad, George
Whitaker, Evander Holyfield,
Briggs, Michael Spinks. It just don't stop. Kelly Pavlik. And all this memorabilia is on sale. So yeah, there's a gold medal winner right. Danny the Little Red Lopez right here. Danny the Little Red Lopez. World champion,
what's up?
Ibarra, world champion. They're all here, man. We're all here. Stick them and move, man. Look at this stuff. Look at this stuff. What about my senior citizen prize? I'm going to get something. I guarantee
the champs. Yeah.
Oh, this one here. This is what I'm going to get. This one, and I'm going to get you both to sign it. Yeah, I got it. I got you. We're having to get it. This is Michael, second to none. You got it, baby. You guys are great. Yeah, man, it's a day. We got the Joe Frazier stuff right here, baby. Smoking Joe. We're talking boxing, man. We're world champions. We're having a time, brother. That's where it's at. Atlantic City Boxing Hall. This is year 5 for me. I started here in 2018 with a guy named Ray McCline who called me up.
We're not.
Said, Craig, how will you bring your Indiana Boxing Hall of Fame memorabilia here? And I said, absolutely, I'll bring it here. I'll bring it right to you, okay? So here, if you want the best boxing stuff, get memorabilia. It's Boxing Icons. Milton and Rafi do a great job. It's all boxing. They sell belts. They sell gloves. They sell all kinds of stuff. Of course, they got everything right here. Historic. Everything's historic right here. Historical. I'm going to go ahead and get J. Russell Peltz. Here's the Jersey Joe walk-off.
Knock him out the box.
What year was Jersey Joe walk-off world champion?
1951.
1951. We got to go back to 51?
Yeah, we got to go
How
back.
about that uppercut? Yeah, that uppercut. Yeah. The uppercut. You know what? Here's what I like about Jersey Joe. He'd walk this way and he'd walk that way. Yeah. look.
It was the footwork.
And he got Marciano on the floor.
Yeah, 2 times.
And I thought he really beat him that time. Well, no. It was close.
It was a knockout at the end.
Yeah.
But it was a brutal fight. It was a brutal classic.
Yeah. One of the greatest fights ever played.
How you doing today,
Man, I'm doing a great day. It's the Jersey Joe.
It's the statue.
Statue of the Philly.
The foundation of dreams, goals, achievements, to give back to mentoring groups that help kids in the name of Jersey Joe.
We love what you do, man. We're going to go hit J. Russell Peltz. He's got these books. All right. Russell, I'm live. So this is J. Russell Peltz.
Oh, man. How are you?
And you remember the fights in Witherspoon, Philadelphia, or somewhere like that? The Forum or something? Where did the most fights at?
The Blue Horizon.
Blue Horizon.
Best golf club in the world.
And how many fights do you think you promoted?
There. 69 to 2001, I don't know. A few hundred.
All right. So do you think Marvin Johnson should be in the International Boxing Hall of Fame?
Absolutely. Never in a bad fight. Fought all the top guys. What more can you ask for?
So you passed on a guy named Marvin Hagler or something?
Yeah, that was his name.
But that was one of the funniest.
I was only 26 years old. What did I know?
Well, look what you found out. So show me what your book is.
Best boxing book you'll ever read. The inside story of how fights get made, what fighters get paid, what promoters make, what promoters lose. You'll enjoy it.
It's a great book, and then this is J. Russell Peltz, who is in the International Boxing Hall of Fame. I looked it up. He's in about 7 or 8 Hall of Fames, and he's actually in the Indiana Boxing Hall of Fame, and we put him in there, yeah. And it was a great big hug fest. What a good time, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was terrific. Yeah. A wonderful honor.
Yeah, hey, look, we love you, Russell. I will make sure I get you on. But, I got to hit him with the Dave Tibera story over here. Right? Who's next? I'm moving and shaking for you, brother. I'm moving and shaking. Let me see what we got next. I promised you the champs. I'm going to go talk to James Toney. Hey, man. Lights out. All right, so I'm on live. So tell us your biggest win in your whole career. Beat Holyfield.
Knock him out the box.
I don't know these guys either, but I'm on live on this podcast. Hey, you should have seen him dancing last night, man. Yeah, get a couple pictures. Okay, man. Great stuff. Hey, James, appreciate you, man. This is what? Triple threat, getting in all these Hall of Fames. You're hitting them all now. Hey, God bless. You deserve everyone. You got it, man. Lights out, Toney. Send that to me, man. I appreciate you. You got my number, right? I did it. Here. Here we go. Send that to me. Thanks. Yeah, thank you. Hey, we're having a great time. This is the line for James Toney. They're all lined up. Mercer, Olajide, all over here. And it's been a day, man. I'm going to come on out here and get a little breath. And, hold on. Michael Spinks, come on, man. Spinks is here. Hold on. Hey, look, I'm on live podcast, Michael, and I told him, hey, I'm going to find the stars. And I found the greatest light heavyweight to ever live, Michael Spinks. All right. I mean, it's the truth. All right.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah.
Possible, right? That's right, man. I'm more Michael. And Flo, say hello.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah, and she's a gossip lady. Tell them what you gossip on.
No, the celebrities, entertainers, great.
Yeah, she does it all. Atlantic City, man. Atlantic City. I told you I was going to give it to you big. And you guys, Randy Gordon. Let's talk boxing, Randy Gordon. Right here. Gerry Cooney's buddy. There we go. There we go. Good job. How you doing? Tell them what a good time we're having here today.
We're having a great time.
Man, we're having a blast. We're talking about greatness. Yeah, we're talking about greatness. What we're talking about. It's in the house. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. We're walking around. I told you. I can't really hear you, but I'm going to go out here for a minute. And, it's breathtaking. It's exciting. And it's been an event. And, I'm going to come out here to you and talk to you guys and see what you guys think. What do you think of that event over there, man? Can it get any better?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear, brother. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, man. All right. Well, look, I'll go back in there and stuff, but they got the music going. So this is the Fan Fest. Last night they had the, the kind of meet and greet was last night. Then we had the dinner, and then today's the thing, and then tomorrow's going to be the induction day. So that's the biggest day, obviously. But this fight fan experience, all this stuff. This is year 5 for me personally, especially with Rich Murat and Ray McCline, who are personally my good friends. And I come here and I can learn a lot for the Indiana Boxing Hall of Fame on how we're gonna attack the Indiana Boxing Hall of Fame May 19th and 20th when we bring in superstars, Larry Donald, a celebrity inductee, and David Tua, a celebrity inductee, and Corey Spinks is coming in, and some of the greats of all time. We put Russell Peltz in there, 2022. What a great person Russell Peltz is, and we've had some great guys. Michael Spinks comes down every year. Obviously his nephew Corey's getting in, so it's going to be good. But lights out, James Toney, hanging out with those guys. And Roberto Duran last night. Roberto Duran, obviously he's going to make an appearance at some point.
The hands of steel. The hands of steel.
Hands of stone. Hands of stone, baby. Hands of stone. You can't get better than Roberto Duran. In my opinion, 82-1 was the greatest lightweight to ever live. In my opinion, you could maybe sneak a Pernell Whitaker in there maybe for a second. I think it's close, and then you got to think of Benny Leonard, maybe the greatest. And they're both trained by Ray Arcelus, out of Indiana, So what great fighters and great stuff that's going on down there, So I like being a historian. I like being here today. I got my Atlantic City shirt, Boxing Hall of Fame on, and so come down to support them. And I pay my money, I get in the door and pay for the events and enjoy the hospitality and all the great stuff. And you can walk in there and see all the champs just like that. Some great stuff. So what are you guys thinking, man? What are you guys thinking today? Yeah. Oh, okay. That's Michael Nunn. That's us yesterday with Michael Nunn. Just the meet and greet. Michael Nunn. Yeah, absolutely. Two division world champion, 160, 168 pound world champion. Actually was undefeated, I think 27-0 until James Toney knocked him out late in round 11, even though he had to fight one. You think about that. I talked to Michael Nunn. He said he wants a rematch. He'd take him now. It's pretty good stuff. Yeah, it's great stuff. Next picture. I'm ready for the next picture. What do you got, champ? Flip me. Michael's second to none, and Iran Barkley. Them guys fought too. He told me that Barkley was in his ass and attacking him so much that he said he's just lucky that he was more skilled and could be able to outbox Iran. But for power and relentless pressure that Barkley put on him was hard for him to handle. But if he wasn't so skilled and had all the great training, Michael probably said he would never won that fight. Michael's second to none. He's in all the Hall of Fames. Do you think he's getting in Atlantic City next year? I don't know. He's a great fighter. I'm ready for the next picture, champ. You give it to me out there.
All right.
Okay, Tim Witherspoon, 1984, 1986, heavyweight world champion. When you think about it, there's a guy that goes to Don King's camp in Ohio and comes out being a world champion and has great football players, and transcends over to a great fighter. And I was with Tim Witherspoon as you've seen in there, and me and Tim, and I'm really friends with his daughter. She got my picture with Mike Tyson, and I was excited for that. They're good people. Tim Witherspoon's a great world champion, and you can't get any bigger than WBA and WBC, two greatest belts in boxing history. WBC goes back to 1963, and the WBA goes back to 1921, which was merged with the NBA. This is Tim Witherspoon's daughter right here. Hey, what do you got to say about your dad right there? What do you got to say about your dad? He's not on there. It's just a picture of him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm on camera.
I know, she's too shy to be on camera, man. Too shy to be on camera. And that's how as personal as I get with all the stars. She thought that was white. He thought that was Michael Jackson. I started laughing. Yeah. All right. Okay. Roberto Duran, the hands of stone. I mean, come on. The greatest light. Okay, so here's a guy that goes from 135 and moves up 2 weights. He jumps over the junior welterweight division, which is 140. He jumps up to 147 and challenges Sugar Ray Leonard, who has never lost in his whole career. And he in the brawl in Montreal, he beats Sugar Ray. I mean, in 1980, the greatest moment of his life. And there is the greatest lightweight to ever live, in my humble opinion, from Indiana Boxing Hall of Fame, is Roberto Duran, the hands of stone. In my humble opinion. And you got to think about it, okay? I know a lot of people dog him about, oh, he quit against Sugar Ray. Okay, so he probably made a mistake. He went out there and put all kinds of weight on. Was at every bar. They probably drank every shot of tequila. He probably hung out. He had more women than I'd ever probably dream of. And he's hanging out, and he gets out of shape. They find out about it. They make an automatic rematch for $8 million. And then he goes in there, and he can never really make weight. He gets frustrated because he thinks he's God at that time, that he can't be beat. And Sugar Ray outboxes him, and he just quits. But then he made a mistake, and in 1983, he comes back and knocks out Davey Moore in Madison Square Garden for the junior middleweight world championship at 154. And then, not even that, he goes in 1989, he's here in Atlantic City fighting Iran Barkley, who knocked out Tommy Hearns and beats Iran Barkley for the middleweight championship of the world. Come on, man. He might be one of the greatest fighters ever. 5 decades in the sport. Roberto Duran. I mean, come on. You can't beat that. The greatest. I'm ready, champ. Who's next? Ruben and Danny. 1976. Them guys must have sold out the Los Angeles, California stadium with about 27,000 people. Come watch those guys fight. And listen to them guys yesterday talk about their fight and how they wanted to fight each other and all the commentating. Ruben, Avia, they were both world champions, and they had a passion to fight each other to see who was the best. And I think Danny went down in the first round, and then he got up and knocked him down, and they put on a show that Los Angeles, California. They're legends down there in Los Angeles, California. That's where now they're coming to the Midwest, and broaden their wings and flying farther, because they should go farther than Los Angeles, California. It was one of the greatest fights. It's a featherweight. And those guys are great world champions. Danny Little Red Lopez is on the cover of Sports Illustrated with that hat, with his little red Indian outfit. You can't get any better than that, champ. Who's next? I'm ready. That was one of the greatest fights ever, 1976. Olympic Stadium.
Nice.
California. Yeah. Great stuff, man. It's great stuff. Oh. I'm trying to see who that guy is. I don't know exactly who that is. I think that's a fan or, a commentating guy. So, I don't have much detail into that. But yesterday he wanted to get a picture, and I'm more than happy to take a picture with a fan or sports analyst or anybody and broaden Indiana's Boxing Hall of Fame memorabilia and to build our brand at the highest level. Absolutely. And I'll do that in a minute. Maybe you got some attractive women. No, don't show those. But yeah, I would say, great time last night. Oh, Spinks Jinx. Okay, that's his Indiana Boxing Hall of Fame ring. So me and Spinks Jinx were the first ones to meet. I got his phone number. I tell him, hey, I just landed, and we just land, and where we're going to meet at. We meet up, and we have lunch. And he's got an outstanding lady named Flo Anthony that does a lot of great stuff with him. So yesterday, my very first picture was with Michael Spinks, and I put it on Facebook. It probably got about 50 likes right off the bat, and that was my first stop. And me and Spinks, we go to all the Hall of Fame. We was a National Boxing Hall of Fame together. How you doing, Jim? And we had all the Hall of Fames together. Pennsylvania Hall of Fame. I went to
Nice.
Pennsylvania just to see Michael Spinks get his award. And I stood up when they announced me, Craig Houck, Indiana Boxing Hall of Fame. So I stood up so Bernard Hopkins could see me. So when I went over there and got a picture with Bernard Hopkins, he knew who I was. But, B-Hop, one of the greatest champions of all times, 20 title defenses, IBF middleweight champion. You can't beat those guys. You can't beat Michael Spinks, in my opinion, is the greatest light heavyweight to ever live, in my opinion, He never lost a light heavyweight fight. I think he was 27-0, and he moved up. And the only fight he ever lost, who's this here? Okay, that's Michael Spinks with one of my buddies who's doing helping out with bringing some of the guys here to the Atlantic City Boxing Hall of Fame, making sure that they have a way and where they need to go. And there's Spinks. Spinks moved up, and he was 4-1 as a heavyweight. And he knocked out a guy named Stephan Tankstead. He knocked out a guy named Gerry Cooney. He beat a guy named Larry Holmes twice. And then he lost to a guy named, some guy named Mike Tyson or something, who was at, $13.5 million later. And then I talked to him on my podcast because I did a podcast with him, and it's got over 11,000 views. And he said he retired because of his knee, and he didn't want to start all over. And when he got his knee, and then when you get $13.5 million from Donald Trump, Trump was doing big back there in 1988. It was the biggest heavyweight world championship title fight at the time with Tyson. Now I asked him, I said, what went wrong? He said, well, I kind of blame Butch Lewis for this. He said, we got in there and Tyson had wrapped his hands, and we're supposed to get our hands checked before, we sign off on him getting checked. And Butch said he's got to rewrap his hands. So Mike's pissed off, and he gets mad, and he has to rewrap his hands. In the meantime, they hear this locker getting knocked out, and there's Tyson punching the locker, going hit, and they're like, Mike's like, what's going on? I said, that's Mike Tyson knocking out because he had to rewrap his hands. And then Spinks got to go fight him.
Nice.
I'm like, yeah, that wouldn't be intimidating. Not at all. I'd fight Tyson for that, I guess. No, I mean, that'd be, he got caught, and Mike Tyson knocked a lot of guys out in the first round. Danny the Little Red Lopez, one of the great featherweights of all times. I mean, Danny Little Red Lopez, he has problems talking now. He can't really speak. He's been married over 50 years. And just building a relationship and talking with Danny Little Red Lopez, one of the greatest fighters to ever live. One of my buddies, his name would be Keith Boggs. He's a big fan. So I make sure I get a picture for him. I make sure I get an autograph signed for him, who's on the Indiana Boxing Hall of Fame board. And Danny Little Red Lopez, who I'm going to get a picture of. And I'm going to get a picture of him. And I'm going to get a picture of Ruben. I already got him. And I'm going to get them both to sign that for $40. I'm going to pay him. And I'm going to get that signed, that Los Angeles title fight with those guys at that thing. So I'll get that memorabilia to you guys, and I'll post it. And I'll take a screenshot of this right now. I'll tell you, I got a screenshot of it right now. So when I post that, later this week with that Los Angeles fight, people have it to go. But my bag's only so big, at the airport, so I can only get so much stuff in my bag. And I already have 2 Mike Tyson's gloves signed. I have a Roberto Duran signed glove, and I have some extra stuff. So I can see how much I can fit my bag so I get home. I might have to get another bag or, pay for a check on. There's Ray McCline right here. Ray McCline. and he's on the phone, and he's a busy guy. And Ray McCline does a phenomenal job with the Atlantic City Boxing Hall of Fame, and it's one of the best events there is. Great stuff. He's out here shaking hands, doing what he needs to do, and Ray McCline. I ran the Blade Barkley. Come on, man. There's the guy. Okay, here's going. We'll go with the Blade. Blade is a middleweight world champion. He is a super middleweight world champion, and he's a light heavyweight world champion. And he knocked out. He's the only person to beat Tommy Hearns twice. And after he knocked him out, he won a decision over Tommy Hearns. So he's the only person in boxing history to beat Tommy Hearns twice, and that stuff ain't easy to do. I'm gonna be honest, And I get the people running around saying, "Oh, he's an all-conference basketball player." I'm like, man, you guys are in the wrong spot. You guys are in the wrong spot. Okay, you need to be here at the Atlantic City Boxing Hall of Fame with Iran Barkley. You know what I'm saying? But it's for the upper edge. There's about the 1% that make it to this level, and I'm just happy to be honored to be here with these gentlemen and be at this level to enjoy it. Okay, there's a guy, New Jersey Boxing Hall of Fame president, right there. New Jersey Boxing Hall of Fame president. That's it. That's my man right there. He's been doing that. You go to his event in New Jersey, and he's got more food on the table. Henry Hascott is his name. Henry Hascott. Yeah, Indiana Boxing Hall of Fame. It reaches out to New Jersey Boxing Hall of Fame, and that's how it's done. You build a team, and you're stronger together than you are apart, in my humble opinion. You can't rule the world, but Henry Hascott, what a great person he is for the New Jersey Boxing Hall of Fame. And he'll have his guys come around, and he brings his guys down here, and it's a great event. And there's not a bigger show than Atlantic City. I think Atlantic City is some of the biggest fights in boxing history, in my opinion. And I think Donald Trump did a great job putting them on the board as well. I'm ready for the next picture, champ. Who we got? Tim Witherspoon and Iran Barkley. Well, you can't get a better picture than those guys, man. I mean, come on. Tim Witherspoon, Iran Barkley. There's two world champions with beating tremendous odds. And, a lot of people don't know that Iran Barkley has a nephew that plays football for the Giants. Barkley. That is his relation, his sister's boy. So that's actually runs in the family. The Barkley boy is running in the NFL right now. That's Tim Witherspoon's little nephew. And then Tim Witherspoon. There's a guy, probably had 7 amateur fights, and then goes pro and has all that ability, all that strength. I thought maybe him and Larry Holmes, and I'll guarantee you, if Larry Holmes comes today, we're going to pop that sucker out too. Larry's supposed to be here today, and I'll get him with Michael Spinks when Larry gets here. Yeah. I mean, there's two great fighters. You can't beat Tim Witherspoon. Shelly Williams and her friend. Shelly Williams actually was engaged to Ernie Shavers. She helped Ernie Shavers, who was 74, 14, and 1 with 68 knockouts. Now, that's my knowledge on boxing right off the bat. So I'm just going to give it to you straight. Ernie Shavers is maybe one of the greatest punchers of all time. And Ali said that he shook his kinfolk over. That's how hard he hit. He shook his kinfolk over in Africa on that one. But I said, I'm going to stay out of that one. But look, he hit so hard, he knocked out Kenny Norton, But Shelly's done a lot of stuff. She's helped with fighters. And she goes to Shelly Williams, and she goes into the Indiana Boxing Hall of Fame as a matchmaker, booking agent. Basically, we're putting her in as a booking agent to the Indiana Boxing Hall of Fame, and she helped Ernie Shavers, Leon Spinks, and a lot of those guys make a comeback when they were down on their luck. Shelly Williams. Next one, champ. Next one, I'm ready. What do you got? Okay, that is Tim. That's Pinklon Thomas's wife and daughter. His daughter just turned 30 years old. Pinklon Thomas is inducted into the Florida Boxing Hall of Fame, where I met them. Obviously, he was a 2-time world champion as well, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. Pinklon Thomas is one of maybe the greatest fighters in Florida as well, with Antonio Tarver and Roy Jones Jr. and Nate Campbell, and they have some really great fighters out of Florida. I like to make that event. I go to that event every year, which is run by Steve Canton. Steve Canton does a great job with the Florida Boxing Hall of Fame, and that is. I wanted to get a picture of. I'll get a picture of Pinklon today. Okay, this is my lady from New Jersey. There she goes. There she goes. Now, she's a dancing partner, okay? She's out the chain. She's a great lady, does great stuff for the Atlantic City Boxing Hall of Fame. She's on the board. She does phenomenal stuff. And, she's pretty much involved in the whole board and the committee here at the Atlantic City Boxing Hall of Fame. So I got to reach out and be friends with them all, champ. I got to reach out and be friends with them all. That's the way it works. That's the way it works. There's my man. Here's this guy. Here's the guy. This is Tito. Oh, Spinks Jinx. Okay, look, man. We're going live. Tell them what TK Boxing does.
We're a professional boxing promotion company in Tampa, Florida. We do boxing events right now. We have one next week in Columbia. And then we come back to the States next year, beginning in April. But we've gone to Tennessee, Mississippi, Nashville, Kentucky, and Georgia. And we also did shows in, like I said, obviously in Florida, and that's where we're stationed at.
TK Boxing, man. TK Boxing.
Hey, can we get a shout out to U.S. military
But the last time I saw
veterans?
He was with the blonde. No, you didn't hear me say that. No, Hey, I get out there, man. I get out there and I attack it. And I think you attack.
What boxing organization is he?
He's with TK Boxing. TK. He has
TK
his own
boxing
thing. Yeah. So he does.
Where's TK Boxing out of?
Out of Florida. TK Boxing's out of Florida, and that's where I met them guys, and they've been here, and we've been spreading our wings. I'm like, you guys got to get out of the, town. You got to get out there and go nationally. Like I said, we go to Puerto Rico, we go see Felix Trinidad. We go to Panama City. Let's go see Roberto Duran. Let's go, man. Let's go. I'd like to go see Gerry Coetzee. Remember Gerry Coetzee, the heavyweight world champion? I'd love to go see Gerry Coetzee.
Yeah.
I'd love to go out there and spread my wings even farther and fly farther and go see the champs. And I tried to tell them. They asked me to be in some, karate boxing Hall of Fame. I said, look, nothing personal. I don't care about that boxing Hall of Fame. I could care less about that one. What I do for Indiana and what I do to spread the word for boxing is bigger than me personally getting in some boxing Hall of Fame or karate boxing Hall of Fame or whatever. I'm not into that. I will go farther going to see the stars like I do now and reaching out and showing them that you're genuine and you actually care and you respect the game and you understand what it took to get to that level. And that's why I do what I do now. It's all Atlantic City this weekend, baby. So you make sure you keep posting Hard Rock. That's where I'm staying, man. A Hard Rock. I'm going to tell you my bill. My bill is $728. Stay here for 3 nights. That's my bill. Now look, I work full time, and that's what I do. I take half my money and I put it into the Indiana Boxing Hall of Fame so I can go to these trips. It's called work. It's called the W, the O, the R, the K, and you can get wherever you want to go. You want to put in the work, and that's what I do right now. I'm putting in the work, and that's why I'm getting rewarded this weekend. And my next event after this will be Acapulco at the WBC convention in Mexico with Mauricio Suleiman, who happens to be the president of the WBC. Yeah, there we go, the WBC. Mauricio Suleiman, actually, his dad is getting into the Indiana Boxing Hall of Fame this next day. Jose Suleiman, he's going into the Indiana Boxing Hall of Fame. And these WBCs and this WBAs and all them high organizations, you have to recognize them and put them into the Hall of Fame because they have the organization. Okay, there we are, Atlantic City Boxing Hall of Fame. You can't be any bigger than that. Roberto Duran. Okay, I mean, you can't get any bigger than those guys. Barkley, you can't get bigger. I mean, it's hard to get bigger than those guys when they come here and do this type of level of stuff. So keep it going, keep it popping, and I'm gonna take you back for another tour, man. But he's the greatest of all time. Muhammad Ali comes into the Indiana Boxing Hall of Fame. That's right, babe. He comes into the Indiana Boxing Hall of Fame 2020. And we're gonna go back one more time. I'm gonna take it to, back. Here we go. You got it. Got it. Spinks, Jinx. Look, Nunn's over here getting his picture. How we doing? How's it going? Great to see you.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, good stuff. Spinks, Jinx. You got it.
Spinks.
Right, man, let's go see.
Spinks, Jinx in the house.
I'm going inside. It is a man. Lights out.
Oh, lights out.
Oh, here we go. Lights out. There he comes. See, and here's James just reaching out to people like he should. And that's what he's doing.
Lights out, James Toney. Lights out, James Toney.
There we go, James. Lights out. You gotta do a face off with James Toney. A face off, come on. A face off. This is gonna be good. James, don't pick on girls. You can't pick on girls.
All the legendary boxers.
Oh no, face off. A face off there. Keep us. There we go. You can't get any better than that, man. Come on, James. Lights out, Toney, giving us love. That's what I'm talking about. Great stuff. Great things going on. Everything's happening. It's happening right here in Atlantic City. Here's what's causing all the trouble. Now, this is my girl, Whitney. Hello. She's tell me exactly what you do.
I'm an entertainment reporter from Atlantic City. Go to Whitney.com.
See, Whitney.com. There we are. Atlantic City, all in this house. You got it. You got some of the greatest fighters, some of the greatest stuff coming in. I'm going to go back over by Spinks and Junior Jones, Barkley. See what they got. There he is. Sign it to my best friend. There we go. It's a great stuff.
Wow. The great. Boxing's great.
Tell champ.
There you have it, guys. Check this out.
Look,
check it out.
Great. $415
Craig
to
Mack.
buy this right here. Muhammad Ali. $415. The glove. $250. I mean, I got that in my back pocket, but I'm not buying that glove. Just not how I do it. All right, man. Well, hey, look, I'm going to give it two back out here. I'm going to skip back out here so I can hear you guys. And it's been a great day, man. We had some great stuff. We're here at the Hard Rock Hotel in Atlantic City. It don't get any better than this. You can't get any better than that stuff, guys, man. You can't get any better stuff. How we doing today? How we doing? I see that boxing shirt on. So what's on? Who boxing? Who are we talking to now? What's going on? Yeah. See, you got to check out the Atlantic City. It's Atlantic City Boxing Hall of Fame. Oh, man. I got you back. I got you back. I saved you. How we guys doing today? You see it right there, man, and I bring it to you live. You know, my next one will be the WBC convention. If you guys want to pop in when I do the WBC convention, I'll bring you with Mauricio Sullivan, who's probably worth $5 million or something. I don't have $5 million, but I can have him talk to him. Yeah, it's great stuff. Great stuff. It was a great day, man. Everybody's in there signing
thanks,
those
Craig.
autographs. Thank you guys, man. I want to appreciate you guys. It's nice talking to you. And if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. You want me to do WBC? I'll do it, champ. I'll do it, champ. WBC convention. I'll be in Acapulco, staying on some resort for $40 a night. I don't smoke, champ. Yeah. You're not bumming the smoke off me. I don't smoke. Oh, you see it? Yeah. You got $1? You got $1? You got $1? You got $1? I said, oh, man. It's a little rough out here. It's a little rough out here. Hey, man, you guys have a blessed day. So great talking to you. Indiana Box Hall of Fame. You know, we cover all the events, and we give it to you all. All right? Wait a second. Muhammad. Well, I got to talk about Muhammad. Muhammad.
Good.
1 second of your time.
Okay.
Tell me about some Muhammad Ali stuff real quick, and tell me.
Where is your thing going to be at in Indianapolis?
It's going to be at the Embassy Suites.
In Indianapolis.
To do some Hollies.
Okay, when is it?
May 19th and 20th.
I'm going to be in Indiana, and I'm going to be at the Boxing Hall of Fame, and I'm going to be shocking the world again. Just yesterday, I done Into the Stone, hospitalized a brick. I'm so mean, I make medicine sick. I want you all to be there, and the date is
May 19th and 20th.
May 19th and 20th. Frazier shows up. Frazier likes to mix. He'll leave in 6. He talks some jive, he'll leave in 5. He talks some more, he'll leave in 4. And if that don't do, I'll cut it to 2. And if he run, I get him in 1.
That's Ali in the house, baby. How you doing? The greatest, man. You know, I see it all. You know, I'm so fast, I ran through a hurricane, and I didn't even get wet. That's what I got to do when I talk to those guys, man. You got to hang in there, man. Hey, man,
Flash,
I love you guys, man. It's a great weekend.
Flash.
Great weekend. And, you know, I'm going to jump off here and go enjoy myself. You guys have a blessed one, man. All right, Indiana Boxing Hall of Fame. We love you, brother. All right, man.
All right, brother.
Great talking to you.
All right, have a great day, brother.
You too. You guys have a great day.